What is my teaching philosophy? As far as I'm concerned, I have a fervent belief that teaching is a calling in life. And if you want to be a teacher, you've got to give yourself off to your learners, to your community, to the people around you, so that you can touch their lives in meaningful ways and make a constructive contribution to the people whom you come into contact with. I want to enable my students to become critical and creative thinkers in a nurturing environment so that they can give the best of themselves. And I also want my students to be able to think critically, to think for themselves, and to be active participants rather than passive recipients. Because it's so much better when the students are actively engaged in activities rather than you giving them all the information. Teaching must create opportunities for students to actualize their potentialities. This means that students have hidden talents and gifts, and as a teacher, you should do your utmost to try to enable them to actualize these potentialities. This philosophy of making them actualize their potentialities is very much in line with Howard Gardner's ideas of multiple intelligences, where you bring out the best in every child, in every learner, in every student. And that's what I endeavor to do in my classes with my students, to bring out the best in them so that they can feel proud of who they are, and so that that can improve their self-esteem, and so that they can achieve the heights that they set for themselves. I also see both the lecturer and the student as a potential teacher. They should acquire skills in reflective practice to improve teaching and learning. This means that you need to reflect on your experiences in the class. As a lecturer myself, I'm constantly reflecting on what's happening in my class. Am I making a meaningful contribution to my students? Am I making a difference to the teaching and learning in my environment? And working with students from diverse backgrounds and working with students who are involved in teacher training, I also want them to be able to make a difference to the lives of their learners when they become teachers, so that they can also reflect on their teaching, and so that they can improve teaching and learning in the context wherever they find themselves. And my philosophy also encompasses the idea of working with diverse learners and trying to create opportunities for all learners to excel, irrespective of who they are, where they're coming from, so that they can feel a sense of achievement in whatever they undertake in their lives. And what kind of strategies do I adopt in my classes? My classes are very interactive. There are lots of opportunities for students to participate. Students also have opportunities to ask a lot of questions. And basically, I try to create a safe space for the students so that they have an opportunity to say how they feel about various issues. Of course, in a very nurturing, safe environment, so that they don't feel threatened. And I see myself as a facilitator rather than as a lecturer giving students a lot of information. I also like the idea of cooperative learning, which I feel is a wonderful strategy to use in your classes, which you create opportunities for your students to work in groups on various projects, and all the members of a particular group will have an opportunity to share their ideas and to work jointly on these projects. And what I have done is I've tried to incorporate cooperative learning as a strategy with drama and theatre in education as well. I use drama and theatre in education extensively in my classes to give students an opportunity to be able to exercise their skills and their talents which they have. And I find that using creative approaches or participatory visual methodologies like drama and theatre in education has a tremendous impact on the students, because it empowers them, it enriches them, it makes them tap into their critical and creative faculties, and it brings out the best in the students.